Welcome back. We're seeing some more Konosuba. Actually, it's the last episode. I'm guessing we'll have the grand meetup where the party is actually put together. Although that does mean that we'd have to sit through a little more pain trying to form a party, seeing who will come along and reject them. Well, it's an inevitability at this point. Union not exactly being the most forthright, and Megumin being more trouble than she's worth. What is the last hurdle before we pass the torch on back to the original series? All I really know is the big goblin still out and about. Let's watch the episode. So, in front of the entirety of the adventuring guild, just drop some information about the demon. Yeah, defeated them all. That's your problem to deal with now. Well, Union money to run with Shimosuke then if she wants to keep us safe. Yes. If it comes to maybe some money and the like, just shy of being stupid. They will have to deal with this themselves. And I really do like how Union is so protective of Shimosuke. It's maybe more of just a battle with Megumin than anything else, but still. Oh, now you're playing that card. I mean, maybe she just needs to say it twice. It is so painful when Union is so easy to manipulate like that. It's best not to ask. Yeah, some things are best left unknown. She's really going to leave it to Union to buy anything that looks necessary or useful. Well, put a cross on its face, give it little wings. Make a very lifelike replica. I don't think they've put this much thought into anything else before. I did actually think, you gotta make it smell like the Chimiske as well. I didn't think roping it onto it to make sure. Well, seems happy enough. So they can't just abandon them now. She's actually saying something worthwhile. Who's she trying to impress? I think the pain of failure and everything else has really been pressed onto them for so many times right now has done a little work. Well, and that and the Actus cult. Oh no. which now means that she's woefully not ready for the coming morning. I mean, you heard them say unlock, did you not? Is this something that she's only able to see under the guise of sleep? I mean, to have a kind of a heart-to-heart, even if it is only one-sided right now, letting everything into the air? Okay. Kind of needed. She has managed to do some pretty incredible things so far. Knowing what she'll be able to do in the future. Maybe explosion magic wasn't down the wrong path itself, but every other decision she's made. You'll pop right out. Be quite obvious. Good thing she mentioned it then. Let it not be a surprise. She's gonna try and take on the challenge for her. Well, partly because she's already acquainted with them. If they were badly injured, did Wiz's potions want to help out, or is there something else going on there? Force her under, even if she wanted to fight back and stop her right now. Still clutching the candlestick. Just a bad dream. That was some impressive reflexes with the toes. Still. Maybe, just maybe, you could use some help here. However, something about it seems a little fishy. Ah. Hang on, you're actually useful? And all they had to do was sign a few documents. Oh god. I really do like that you've got Aqua's powers in this world and whatnot being from the faith of her believers. But it's not because she's got so many, just that they're so fervent that each one counts for like 1,000 people. I mean, it's all nice and all, but every second that she spends here, denied. Huh? And she had to leg it before anything untoward happened there. Oh no, Chumusuke, what happened? Yeah, definitely a little more than they were bargaining for. After he was trying so hard to be reasonable as well. Just starting off a conversation and everything. I mean, good that she had the magic cancel, but still. So much money going to almost waste here. And what were they expected to do? Even if it is kind of helping out, being part of this party. It does seem to be all of Union's fight right now, to be fair. What were the levels of the other guys? Well, putting their trust into her. Maybe it wasn't. Fuck's sake. Well, concealment broke. And through the sacrifice of his weapon, managed to pierce the skin. Christ. I guess Cecily now has some more work to be healing them up. Ah. So instead, just powered it up even further. How long is it going to last, though? This was a gamble, using the potion to do it as well. And all of the other party members are a little, past their best right now. Seems like a fair deal. His... I mean, yeah, you can always try again. How is Union at the art of bluffing? Does she have a way to take him down? Already out of magic, or... Ah, that's what the glow was. There, it's always a fun time with a Crimson Demon around. Affected area. No wonder it's in the discount bin. However, the terms, are they going to change slightly? I wonder if she's recovered from her temporary blindness. Just having to pass by, come across this little battle being had. And thereby letting her know that she heard everything. Well, if it was too embarrassing to say it then, well, now I think any sort of bad feeling she had for Union is far past. Don't distract her now. Around the time, so everything. I mean, I don't think she should try to wiggle so much if she's still under the effects of this paralyze. She's more frightened of this conversation than the demon in front of her. She then. Ah. I mean, the demon is enjoying the show before. All the unit needs to do is hold out for a few seconds longer, make sure the paralyze stays in effect. Some actual words there saying, confirming her potential skills and the like. But this damn small battle now. Incredibly durable Crusader. Thanks to the combined spirit of everyone we know. Is he going to change his ways? You definitely don't want that. She might get hungry. She keeping a crayfish on the top of the ball. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the power or will to fight off the big sister Cecily right now. Now that her mission has been accomplished, and all without seeing the new archpriest in this town. She's going on some pilgrimage. Hmm. That's what this is really about. Power. Yeah, more followers, having an access church of her own. Hmm. Just go. They're not getting rid of her. Did it need to be out here in the furthest reaches? And this is the send off. This is why she was traveling for a bit. I. It's a good start. At least give her this and the send-off. Well, both for herself and a brief moment of solitude and away from this, maybe. But will you miss me? Whereas Union couldn't really do much, but she did hold it off. Considering that she is going to need something serious to push past her own current limits and grow stronger. Always living in her shadows, yeah, that's not going to work out well. No tricks or schemes? Considering how the rest of the series goes and whatnot, yeah. I know they don't exactly fight fair going forward. Nope. And even after Rex and everyone's really? Even after Rex and everyone saw Megumin's capabilities and magic there. Still no one wants to party with her. I suppose without the light pollution of the explosion magic itself, the stars would seem a little brighter. But having a glimpse of the other characters in the background carrying on their normal, regular lives and days and routines. It's good to see. Any priests? Quick, avert your gaze. Yeah, no parties. No party members needed. Should have at least kept some to herself. I like the little doodles. Who would want, in their right mind, would want to join a party like that? Now, seeing them in the same kind of boat that she was once in, lamenting their lives, the fact that they were... Don't worry, they're each and every one of them just as bad as he is. Actually seeing their faces this time. And considering we know exactly how this initial meeting ended, maybe it wasn't for the best. Face of shock soon turned to incredulation. Are we going to get more in this grand story later? I've said it in the previous episodes, but it really was rough going at the beginning of all of this series. The Crimson Demon education and village, while amusing for a little bit, for 5 or 6 episodes, it's a little much. Considering he had so many personalities, all over the top, the same of what you would expect from the height of Megumin's explosion fanaticism. there was no one to really kind of equal it out. No straight man of the group. Granted, he had union and whatnot, but wasn't enough. But since moving away from the Crimson Demon Village, it really kind of brought into its own a little. A few moments made me genuinely laugh. But seeing a bit more of the backstory of Chumusuke, the sealed beast, and everyone trying to find this Lady Warbach. Good thing it was all settled so thoroughly. The underlings being annihilated. And a fairly rational end to it all, considering we knew Union kind of breaks off, and that was a bit of a whistle, breaks off and goes on her own little adventure, want to outdo Megumin until she comes back later on and annoys them at the mansion. I was wondering what would they do to force it on this, but her just feeling inadequate in the front face of that demon, feeling, okay, if I stick around here, it's not going to get any better. Yeah, it's fairly natural. And even if it was only one-sided, we got a quite heartfelt confession of how close they are to one another, how much they actually truly mean. The bestest friend in all the world. At least she was sincere about it. Can't say it to her face, though. Quite a lot of from the original series, which carried over to this, and what I enjoyed it for, but small bits which it did on its own, which was also enjoyable. But the cameos were something to always kind of bring a smile to your face, even if you didn't really get to see anyone. More like nods of, remember? Do you remember? I'm sure you remember. But one thing I always declare is that the visuals, the effects, the magic and whatnot, they're always done spectacularly. At least when it comes to the explosion magic. Still, Union paralyzing herself. I saw the glow over herself and I thought, okay, does that just have to be maintained in order to keep him locked and still? That's why she can't then heal anyone or cast any offensive magic. No. She's locked for an entirely different reason. But I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now. Even if this show didn't give me the initial feelings that I did get from watching Konosuba right at the beginning, many, many years ago, it was still enjoyable. And I don't think there's going to be something much like Konosuba to really come along anytime soon. But you could change that. Considering there needs to be another show in its place, I kind of have an idea of what I want. Could change, though. If you want to interfere with what I've got in my head, let me know. Either leave a comment down below or join onto my Discord and drop a message. There's still time. But for now, once again and more than ever, get yourself some rest. Because I want to see you in the next one. For an inexplicable reason, my patrons have come to me wishing to form a party, even without my grand knowledge on magic or actual usefulness out in the field. But at least with some benefactors, we can continue to have this adventure together. So I do need to thank Noku, Sal, Croyville, Ruben Fedamawa, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Lightwizard 91, Shiran, Tori Jane, and everyone else. Because if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be sleeping in places far worse than a stable.